World. Okay, good morning. Good morning. Good evening, everybody. Well, it's good morning for Jenny, so good morning to Jenny. Good evening to everybody else. And welcome to this evening's session, which is Feel Good Flow. So these sessions are usually a little bit harder, not super hard. I'll always give modifications as usual. But I put on the email to set out your space if you've got anything that smells nice, put a candle on, something like that. So that we can really get into this heart space this evening. So we're going to start off in a seated position, and I want to just give you this quote, which is going to be kind of the theme of our session this evening, which is, doing is never enough if we neglect being. So doing is never enough if we neglect being. So this session is really going to be about, we are going to be moving, we are going to be getting into a flow. There's going to be some tricky poses in there. But it doesn't matter how much you do. It doesn't matter if you conquer the hardest arm balance, if you're able to do a headstand or manage to get up into a handstand. It doesn't matter how much you can do if you neglect being and just being able to sit with yourself. So this evening's session is about being able to be present with ourselves, and we're going to start off by asking actually how our heart is right now and listening to the answer. So if you want to find a seated position, I'll invite you to take your fingers and just to kind of wake up this heart chakra and let some space in there, just having some gentle tapping up and down your breastbone. So you're all on mute. Good evening, Debbie. You're all on mute, so if you want to take some exhales and let some sound escape out through the mouth as you breathe out. Really feel that sense of release. You can bring the fingers across to the collarbones as well. And releasing the hands down onto the thighs, up to the knees, letting your eyes close down. We've all finished work now. We've all finished our little jobs, whatever we've been up to in the day. That's been set aside now as we really enter into this space fully. And as you settle in, I want you to ask the question to yourself, how is my heart today? Recognize what's there without judgment. You don't have to get involved in what might be a drama in your mind. Just ask the question and allow a little bit of space for the answer. What is my heart? What is he or she trying to tell me? What does my inner self, what does he or she want me to know? There's so much noise during the day. And that inner voice can be quite quiet and we can't hear what she's trying to tell us, what her heart is trying to tell us. So as you allow space to hear how your heart is, I want you to lean into that feeling. Lean into that emotion maybe that's coming up. Where do you feel that in your body? Maybe it's comforting or it feels good to put a hand on that place in your body where you feel that emotion. Now I want you to call upon the wisest, most compassionate part of yourself. And what wise words would he or she have to say? What would she say to this small inner voice, this longing of the heart? Take a deep breath in and let that breath go. Because doing will never be enough if you neglect being. Lean into your being. Just take 1 or 2 more breaths, soaking into this stillness, this quietness. And no matter how difficult the asana, how much we move this evening, that stillness, that quietness, that love, it's always there. Bring the hands to the knees. Take a deep breath in, open the heart forward. Exhale, chin to chest, round the back. Breathing in. Breathing out. And I want you to move through the movements today without a sense of striving. Just kind of moving naturally, waking up, allowing the energy to flow a little bit better. But there isn't that sense of striving or reaching. Inhale, bring the spine back to center, bring the fingertips down to the mat. Inhale, take one arm up overhead. Exhale, side bend. Breathe in. Breathe out. No rush. 2, 1. Inhale, reaching the arms up overhead. Exhale, twist. Breathing in. Breathing out. Last one. Inhaling as the arms reach. And exhale, bring the arms all the way down. Let the head hang forward, half circles. Try not to close off your heart. If you feel like you've got a little bit of a block here in your heart, maybe some of the words that I'm saying aren't connecting with you, that's absolutely fine. What I want you to do is to use your breath and send your breath into your heart so you can visualize almost breathing from your heart. Hanging the head back, half circles. Two. And 1. Bring the head back into center. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together into butterfly pose. Inhale, heart goes forward. Open through the throat. Exhale, chin to chest round. And maybe it's a little bit scary to just rest in a state of being instead of in a state of doing. I know I spend 90% of my day doing. I feel useful when I'm doing. I feel like I have a purpose when I'm doing. But we'll never feel fulfilled with how much we do. You might have experienced that. Someone gives you so much praise in your job, or a family member, or someone just kind of bigs you up so much, but it doesn't matter if you're not happy inside. They could say everything, but it still won't be enough. Coming into center in your butterfly pose, this time folding forward, you can bring your hands out in front of you and kind of make this pendulum motion side to side. So chest folding forward, inside. So even though this whole session is going to be flowing, there's going to be a little bit of stillness, but most of it's going to be flowing. You can still feel that calmness in your heart. Last breath in and out. Bring the chest up to center. Bring the knees in together. We're going to come over the top to tabletop. From here, we're going to take the left arm up high. Take a deep breath in as you do that. Exhale, thread that left arm through. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more on this side. Nice. Bring the left hand back to the mat. Just take a little cat-cow briefly. Maybe you want to make some circles if that feels better. Over to the right hand side. Deep breath in. And out. Notice whether you're having an integrated experience or not. Are you here completely? Your entire being. Last one. Right hand comes down to the mat. Curling the toes back to downward facing dog, taking a pedal out there. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. You want to add on here. You're going to inhale, float forward into a plank. Exhale, bend the knees back into downward dog. If you want to modify that, you can forward to a plank with the knees down and then go back into downward facing dog. Just notice how each time you add on a little bit of movement, each time we add on a movement that gets harder, try and keep the mind quiet. So it's been a very stimulating day for a lot of people, even if you're just in the house. You've got a lot of stimulation from your mind. It's always thinking about things, even whether that's washing up or tidying up or sorting something out. The mind is constantly stimulated and we can't hear that inner voice, the voice that comes from our heart. So just try and keep the mind still, even if it gets harder with that movement. Last time, flowing forward, pressing back to that downward facing dog. Inhale, take the right leg high. This is optional. You can just stay in downward facing dog if not, or you can modify and come here to a tabletop with the right leg back. So each time I say three-legged dog, you can take that modification. Exhale, step the right foot through in between the hands. Try and get stable in your low lunge because we're going to be moving the arms. So as you inhale, take the arms up overhead. And then we're going to exhale, send the arms back behind you. Maybe bring the head kind of just inside the right knee. Don't worry if it's not all the way down there. And then inhale, take them up overhead again. Exhale. Breathing in and breathing into your heart. Exhale. 2. 1. Being careful of your knees, coming up into this lunge. And from here, you're going to breathe in, lift the right toes, fingertips come down to the mat. So you might want blocks at this point if you can't reach. Coming forward, inhale. Exhale. So move into your own capacity. If you've got knee pain, maybe just stay here instead of doing the movement. If you're feeling a little bit unsteady, don't go all the way down, just work on your balance. So just kind of a small shift from here to here. 2. Nice. Nice, Harriet. Last 1. This time as you come forward into that low lunge, left hand stays on the floor or the block, find a twist. So you've got a few options. You can keep your hand on your hip. You can lift the back knee. If you're looking for a little bit more heat already, you can reach the arm at this diagonal angle and spiral open the chest, the rib cage. Nice. Yeah, that's it, Tiffany. Yeah. Nice, Debbie. Amy, looking good. 2. 1. Right hand comes down to the mat, send it back into your downward facing dog. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhaling, coming forward into a plank. Plank can be without the knees or with the knees on the mat. Exhale, heart comes down, chin comes down, pose. Inhale, cobra pose, or sphinx pose if your back's feeling a little bit tender. And exhale to your downward facing dog or child's pose, or a middle option is just come into a kneeling position. So if you need to take a rest, but don't want to take child's pose, just come here. Take 3 deep breaths. How is my heart really today? And make space for that. Nice. Last inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left leg goes high, either from downward dog or tabletop. Exhale, big step forward in between the hands. So down into that low lunge. Nice. Setting yourself up so you're steady. Inhale as the arms rise. Exhale as we fold, sending the arms back behind you. Breathing in. Breathing out. Nice. Allowing a lot of space for that heart chakra to open energetically, but physiologically as well. Last one. This time as the arms rise, we're going to inhale. Exhale into that half splits pose. Breathing in. Breathing out. So taking your time. If any part of your body doesn't like this, just work on the stability of the hips. So it only needs to be a small movement to work on that stability. 3. Nice. 2. This time as you come forward into the lunge, right hand comes to the mat potentially, finding a twist there, using the hand on the hip. Anywhere that you can spiral open that left hand side of the ribs. Nice, nice Tiffany, well done. Dagna, hair looks nice today, Dagna. Not yours. 2. And one, left hand finds the mat. Take it back into downward facing dog. Take an inhalation. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin come down to the mat. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, downward dog, child's pose, the middle version. And we're doing all this without striving, without waiting for the harder stuff to come, without hoping that the harder stuff never comes. We're just being, we're just flowing and moving our being through these different shapes. That's all it is. 2 more deep breaths. Nice. Coming into your downward facing dog if you're not already. We're going to come into our vinyasa sequence. So we're going to do this twice on both sides. The first time slower, second time a little bit faster. Inhale, take the right leg back and high. That modified version again from hands and knees here. Nice. 3. Really pressing that right leg high. 2, try and get the left heel closer to the mat. Nice, Claire. 1, exhale, big step forward, right foot in between the hands, warrior 1. Nice. Take time. Inhalation. Exhalation. Soften your shoulders. Try not to come straight the front of your chest. 1 more deep breath in. Exhale, keep the legs the same. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. 3, 2, 1. Release the hands. Lift the back heel, finding a twist. So your twisting options are here, here, if you can kind of put this half bind in. You can bring that back knee down again, so that's your modification. And try and imagine you're scooping your body outside of that right thigh. Nice, Tiffany, trying to bend into the right knee a little bit more. Nice. Well done, Claire. 3, trying to open your chest, Sherry, a little bit more. And Amy, 2. And 1. Inhale, taking the arms up overhead. Exhale, we're going to find warrior 3. So from here, it's a little bit of a jump. We're going to take the arms back behind us here. Modification, we're going to stand in splits using a block. Or if you've got a wall, bring your hands to the wall for your warrior 3. 3, trying to squeeze the inner thighs together. That's going to protect your hip. Nice. 2. Well done. 1, gently the left foot finds the back of the mat. And we open into warrior 2. Shoulders, we're just going to open and send back, making space in the heart. Breathing in, breathing out. Flip the front palm, reach forward and then back into reverse warrior. Keep a bend in the right knee. Inhaling. Exhaling, nice, Amy. Last inhale. Exhale through warrior 2. Straighten the front leg into triangle pose. The right hand comes down to the block. Maybe you want to make your stance a little bit shorter for triangle from warrior 2. Doing this without striving. Let yourself rest in your heart. Last breath in. And breath out. Nice. From here, we're going to find another balance. So we're going to bend the right knee into half moon pose. So if you have a block, bring your block forward. If it's too close to your toes, it's not going to work. You want to have at least forearms length from your toes to your block. We're going to mat. From there, keep your left hand on your hip. You're going to bend into that right knee, lifting the left leg. And if you have a wall here, please feel free to use your wall. It'll give you a really good idea of where that half moon pose wants to be. Because I'm not there to help as much in physical form. Nice, nice, Debbie. Oreo's joining in. 2, 1. Let's find the back of the mat again. Nice and slow. Hands come down to frame the front foot. So you're framing the front foot. It's almost if you're about to go into a lunge. I want you to separate out your fingers, press down into your palms, and take your right foot off the floor. Nice. Looking forward. 3, 2, 1. From here back into maybe a 3-legged dog or a downward dog. Breathing in. Nice. Exhale, we're going to do vinyasa. So either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga from here, whatever you're working on. Lowering the body down. Inhaling, cobra pose. Exhaling, downward facing. Take a deep breath in and out. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more inhalation. Exhalation. Inhale, take the left leg back and high into your 3-legged dog. Modify from the knees. Nice. Imagine I'm there to scoop and press your torso back, sending the back of your thighs to the back of the room. 1 more breath. Exhale, big step forward up into warrior 1. Nice. Nice. Get nice and steady there. Imagine that you're pulling the energy up from kind of your ankles, up to your kneecaps, up to your thighs, squeezing your leg bones into your hips. Chest is open. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind your back. Breathing in. Breathing out. How is your heart? Nice. Inhale, taking the arms up overhead, lift the back heel. Exhale, find a revolved lunge, so a twist. Modify with the knee down. You can bring the palms together, do so. Gaze is looking towards the elbow that is behind you if your palms are together. Nice. Well done, Sherry. Harriet, really nice. That's it, yeah? So you want your feet wider apart. Longer. 2. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale to warrior 3. So your version, whichever version variation you're doing, this kind of stand. One that I'm going to demonstrate, but then the option is to take a standing split if you've got a little bit of hip pain, or using a wall. 2 more breaths. Heart is steady. Exhale, right foot finds the back of the mat. Real gentle with that into warrior 2. Nice. Breathing in. Breathing out. Just find that little bit of centeredness If you got a little bit intense there, breathing in. Flip the front palm, send it back into your reverse warrior. 3, 2. Inhale, float through to that warrior 2. Straighten the front leg, triangle. Finding that big space in the heart center. And if you're still not feeling that connection with your heart, and feel a little bit distant from it today, breathe into your heart. Last one. Bend the front knee. Ardha Chandrasana, half raise. Left hand comes forward. Lift back. Focus on creating that stability through your hips. And your right thigh isn't pointing down. Your right thigh is pointing to the right hand side of the wall. 3, nice Claire. 2, nice Jenny. 1, right foot finds the back of the mat, scoop it all the way back. Hands come down, frame the front foot. So we've got that lift again. So press through the palms, gather your strength, take the left foot off the ground. 3, 2, 1. Back to your 3-legged dog or downward dog. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to find that vinyasa. So your knees, chest, chin. Low press up, maybe. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing. 5 breaths. So we're going to do that whole sequence one more time. It's going to be a little bit faster this time. Let's see if we can move with the breath. The session is called Feel Good Flow. So if it doesn't feel good, skip a part out, take a rest, put your own pose in there if you don't like the one that we've put in there. I'm going to give you the option to put in some extra bits as well if you want to. That's completely up to you. But just take one more breath, centered in your heart. Approach this next flow without the intention of striving and pushing for things, but just flowing, letting the flow through you. Inhale, take the right leg high, breathing in. Exhale, big step forward, warrior 1. Inhaling, taking the arms up high, soften the shoulders. Nice. Keep the legs the same, interlace the fingers, breathing in, pressing the heart forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, taking the arms up overhead, lift the back heel. Exhale, find your twist. If you're in a prayer, revolved prayer, if you want to add a bind in here, please do. One more breath in. And breath out. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. Exhale to warrior 3, your variation. Option here, if your arms are already back behind you, try holding on to your left foot with both hands. It's almost like dancer's pose. Keep your chest lifted. 3, 2, 1. Send the left foot to the back of the mat. Open into warrior 2. Breathing in. Breathing out. Soft heart. Flip the front palm. Send it back into your reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale through to warrior 2. Straighten. into triangle pose. 2, 1. Bend in the front knee. Coming through to that warrior 2. Stepping into your half moves and lifting the back foot off the ground. Option here if you want to add on, hold on to the left foot again. Pressing the heart forward. 3, nice. 2, steadiness. 1, left foot finds the back of the mat as you exhale. Windmill the arm down, frame the right foot. Lift the right foot, breathe in. Exhale, shoot the right foot back, breathe out. Vinyasa. Three breaths, downward dog. Even though your body is moving, there's still the silence and stillness of being in your heart. On your next inhale, left leg goes high, breathing in. Exhale, send it forward, warrior 1. Nice. Inhale. Exhale, legs stay still, interlace the fingers. Nice, Harriet, well done, Debbie. One more inhale. Exhale, arms come up overhead, lift the back heel. Exhale, revolved lunge. So that might be a high lunge, might be a low lunge. Going to try for a bind, right arm comes under. Catch the left hand behind your back. Breathing in. Exhale. Release the arms, bring them up overhead. Exhale your warrior 3. Just catch the back foot. Holding out the right foot. 3, 2, 1. Release, right foot finds the back of the mat. Slowly, warrior 2. Nice. Breathing in. Breathing out, flip the left palm, reverse warrior. Nice. Breathing in. Exhale, release. Warrior 2, straighten the front leg. Trikonasana. Right shoulder open, one more breath. Exhale, bend the left knee, half moon. Nice balance. If you want to, adding on to hold the right foot. Nice, 3. Nice, Tiffany, 2. Exhale, right foot finds the back of the mat. Hands frame the left foot. Push into the hands, lift the right foot, take this left foot, take an inhale. Exhale, shoot it back. And vinyasa. Exhale, child's pose. Or you can take a seated, kneeling position if you just want to take a rest. Can you feel the undercurrent of stillness? Can you feel that voice in your heart? Maybe you call it your inner self. Can you still feel that even when your breathing is heavy, when your body is warm? Because it doesn't matter how much we do. we can spend our whole day doing. But it means nothing if we aren't happy with just being. One more deep breath. From your child's pose, bring yourself down to a Sphinx pose. If you want something a little deeper, you can take Cobra or Seal, which is kind of like a hybrid. And notice where your shoulders want to go naturally. So naturally, shoulders might take you into the slumped, kind of depressed position. If we know somebody's down, we can see it in their body language. Kind of rounding in on themselves, they're hanging their head down. Just try and open that up. Breathing in and out. Exhale, release the chest down. Take your hands underneath your shoulders, pressing it back either into a child's pose, or you can take this deeper stretch for your spine, holding onto your feet, to your shins. Crown of your head comes to the mat, lifting your hips up. There's a really deep stretch. If that becomes too much, just go into your child's pose for a moment. Nice. 2 more breaths. Inhaling, lifting the chest. Coming up into tabletop, just having a little wiggle around with your spine. And start to walk your hands forward into melting heart pose. Take a stretch through the fronts of the shoulders, into the chest. Deep breaths into your heart. One more inhalation. Exhalation. Inhale, lifting your chest. We're going to find in a seated position. And we're going to be doing a forward fold and a glute stretch. So the option you can do is double pigeon or like fire log pose, whatever name you want to give it. But we bring one shin on top of the other. Now this might really not work for you. So in which case you've got another option. You can have one shin in front of the other, so one shin bone in front of the other. Or you can take one leg out and place one on top. So you come into that stretch there. So either of those options, we're going to move forward and forward. So if that feels nice, take it. If it doesn't, one shin in front of the other, or one leg out straight. If you've got one leg out in front of the other, you can use a block under your ankle. The block is under the ankle that's on top. Nice. Intentional breaths. Last one. Inhaling as you rise. Take your time, switching sides. And maybe it's these poses that you find hard, the ones where we're holding for a little bit longer. There's not too much to focus on, there's not a lot of stimulus. And our mind can start to object. Just take a breath and see if it's okay to just be. Inhale, lifting your chest. Bring out both legs in front of you. Rolling down onto your back and either taking your knees into your chest and having a rock side to side, or if you'd prefer to take a shoulder stand, you can take a shoulder stand. Supporting your lower back. If you're not super confident with your shoulder stand, bring your feet onto a wall to support you, or you can just stay with your knees into your chest. If you want to take your feet over your head into plow pose, and add that in there. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Slowly we're going to roll back down, taking a twist. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, switch sides in your twist. Inhale, bring it back into center. See what else your body is calling for. And when you're ready, come in to find your final pose today, which is Shavasana. And you're ready, letting your eyes close down. Letting your entire body rest down into the ground. As you sink deeper and deeper into Shavasana. Gently become back aware of your body, back aware of your breath. Start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. And when you feel ready, you can roll over onto one side. Before bringing yourself into any comfortable seated position. And just for these last few moments, just sitting here with your being, with yourself, with your heart. Feel the peace that lies in this moment, that lies in just resting in being. Because peace isn't out there, love isn't out there, it's not in doing and acquiring and achieving, it's in here, it's right here. Joining your palms together, we'll close with Om and Shanti 3 times. Take a deep breath in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. When you're ready, gently let your eyes open. Thank you so much for such a beautiful practice this evening.